What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield Crown Tundra DLC video. Now, I did a video like this a couple of days ago where I actually predicted the stats of the legendary bird Galarian form. So if you guys are interested in that, that's in the previous video. But today we're going to be doing another video. Can you tell I'm trying to avoid playing Series 6 as much as possible? I am a VGC channel. I'm a VGC channel and I'm literally talking about future VGC, which is coming out in 2 days, mind you. I'm so hyped. But I'm like seriously avoiding playing Series 6 because it's just my least favorite format. So I'm talking about the Regis. That's what we're doing today. Leave a like if you're interested. I'm sorry, I'm so off track already. But yeah, we're talking about the Regis because we got two new Regi forms being regidrago and regieleki, which honestly I'm really excited for these two Pokemon because in previous formats the Regis have seen, mild success. Regirock in particular was good with Clear Body, but it was mostly just like a weakness policy spam Pokemon, which it might be able to do this format as well. However, these Pokemon seem to be more offensively oriented Regis, which you can't really say for the previous Regis because they were all very defensive, with Regice getting the worst end of it all, considering it can do pretty much nothing. 200 special defense, Ice type, yeah, good luck. You're literally giving it a glass typing with good defenses. It's counterproductive and it achieves nothing in the end. Regirock, good defensive Pokemon, offensively pretty decent. Registeel, pretty much pure defensive. Regigigas, we don't really talk about him. He might be decent with Wheezing, but we're talking about the new Regis. So if you guys are excited, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications because the Crown Tundra DLC drops in 2 days and I'm going to be covering that. So I want to actually go over my predictions for these Pokemon stat distributions, and personally, I feel like the most viable Regi out of these two is probably going to be Regieleki, and I want to cover that one first. So, what we tend to see when it comes to Pokemon within a family of legendaries is that they all follow a similar stat distribution. So all of the Regis have, besides Regigigas, it's just objectively better, so we'll just not talk about it. I mean, like stat-wise, it's bad overall, but they all have the same base stat total. As you can see, they usually excel in one particular area, Regice being special defense and Regirock in physical defense, and Registeel is sort of like the middle ground between them. I'm personally of the opinion that these two new Regis will fill the gaps where the other Regis were missing when it came to this stat distribution sort of idea. So we're going to start off with Regieleki. So personally, I feel that Regieleki is going to be the most offensive of the three, and the reason being, if you look at the way that they distributed stats with Regice and Regirock in particular, it was like 80, 50, 100, 100, 200, and 50. They weren't very fast, and I feel that this new Regi will actually be probably like a fast counterpart to the other two Regis. Let me go ahead and pull up the image because I forgot to pull it up. There it is. So Regieleki, my predicted stat spread is going to be 80 HP, 50 attack, 50 defense, 100 special attack, 100 special defense, and 200 speed. Now, the 200 speed is the only thing I'm pretty iffy about. And the main reason I'm iffy about it is because that would mean that Deoxys speed isn't like actually the fastest Pokemon, which I believe was the whole point of Deoxys speed. What's its base speed? It's like 180, yeah, so it's 180, but I feel like this thing is actually going to have a really high speed stat with decent offenses, because it would be absolutely busted if they gave it 200 special attack and 100 speed. The thing doesn't look very defensive. It's literally made of pure electricity. So what I'd imagine is that they would actually give it a faster speed tier, like one of the fastest speed tiers in the game, with very bad physical stats. With the 80 HP, the 50 defense, it probably won't be able to take too many physical hits. With 50 attack, you will never run a physical attack in this thing. It's mostly probably going to be a special attacker, especially considering the electric type is notorious for that. If we actually look at Regieleki's page, we can see it has a new ability called Transistor, which I predict Transistor is probably just going to be an ability that powers up electric moves overall. Probably like a free life orb on electric moves, which would make it pretty viable, and I think it'd be an interesting Pokemon because of that. But the thing is, if we actually look at the way to describe it, a bottomless supply of electricity. This Pokemon absorbs electrons to live. Electrical energy makes up most of its body. Electric-type moves are said to pack the greatest power of any electric-type Pokemon, which is why I think that Transistor is just going to be powering up electric moves. Strength restrained by special equipment. Researchers have determined that Regieleki's body is fitted with what appears to be insulating equipment that does not conduct electricity. Some theorize that in ancient times, people tormented by Regieleki fitted the equipment on the Pokemon to restrain his powers. So that's why I think it's like probably going to be, decent special attack, mostly a fast Pokemon. What I'm most excited about is this new move. So I predict this thing, if we read what it is, I'll tell you what I think it is. So electric type move, Thunder Cage. Pokemon fires furious bolts of electricity from its lower half, trapping its opponents directly below a cage of lightning. Thunder Cage does not only deal damage to opponents when it lands, it will also cause them to be trapped within an electrified cage, causing damage every turn for 4 to 5 turns, preventing them from fleeing or being swapped out. You know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds a lot like Magma Storm. Traps opponents for 4 to 5 turns, damages at the end of each turn. So I think it's actually going to be a really powerful move. I'm assuming it's just going to be 100 base power, electric version of Magma Storm, which is actually really cool. You could see some usage of that in VGC just for trapping in Pokemon, but I feel like maybe people were more likely to run things like Rising Voltage or possibly Discharge, Thunderbolt. Those sort of moves are probably more reliable, but that'd be an interesting move for singles if Regieleki is able to trap things in. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a really interesting Pokemon. So I'm pretty confident in the stat spread that I gave it. I just don't know about the 200 speed. So moving on, I want to go to a Pokemon called Regidrago. Regidrago is the Dragon Ore Pokemon, and it has an ability called Dragon's Maw. So we don't know what that is, but if we read into what Regidrago is supposed to be, its body is composed of crystallized dragon energy, whatever that means. Energy is the densest in a central core. Thanks to its body composition, Regidrago can use dragon moves with greater power than any other Pokemon. So I'm assuming Dragon's Maw is basically just going to be, again, a free life orb on dragon type moves. The sealed Regidrago. Folklore tells of legendary Pokemon Regigigas tried to create a Pokemon from crystallized dragon energy, but ran out of crystals and was only able to complete the head. I'm sorry, bud. People of old feared that Regidrago, were it to be completed, would rain complete destruction under the land, so they sealed it within a temple. Regidrago's signature move, Dragon Energy. Basically, it's based on its HP. It's pretty much Dragon-type Eruption, which seems so strong. But here's the reason I don't believe this thing is going to be that scary on lead, at the very least. If you're going to give it a move like Dragon Energy, which is basically Eruption or Water Spout with Dragon typing, I believe you're going to nerf it in a way where its stats don't really lend to it being able to use it immediately threateningly. So if we look at its Regi counterparts, sorry, I was looking up how to spell Regidrago in the first place. I feel like that this Regi is the counterpart to Registeel, just stat-wise. If we look at it design-wise, they pretty much share a shape. They're just orbs, right? They look pretty similar, don't you think? So I believe that stat-wise, it'll also reflect it. It'll be the offensive counterpart to Registeel. Registeel is 80 HP, 75 attack, 150 defense, 75 special attack, 150 special defense, and 50 speed. If this thing is supposed to be a very, very offensive Dragon-type Pokemon with a similar build to Registeel, I'm going to assume that they just invert the offensive and defensive stats. So if we look at it, I actually gave this thing 80 HP, 150 attack, 75 defense, 150 special attack, 75 special defense, and 50 speed. I'm pretty confident in that one. I honestly think that this one is going to be spot on, because with only 50 speed, it would have to be under Trick Room if it wanted to use Dragon Energy effectively. It would require setup, so it wouldn't be an absolutely busted Pokemon. Along with that, it just seems to be like Registeel. It looks so similar to Registeel that I feel like it's just going to be an inversion of the stats. And like I said, it would pretty much fill out the trio, or it would like fill out the holes that these three Regis have, where Regice, you know, it's specially defensive, Regirock is physically defensive, Registeel is defensive overall, Regidrago would be offensive overall, and Regieleki would be fast overall. It like fits, it like every stat has a Pokemon for it now, which I think is going to be the whole gist of adding these two Regis to the collection. So I want to know what you guys think about these Regis in the comment section down below. Do you think I got it right? Do you think I got it wrong? What would you give them as stats? Do you think I got the abilities right? Do me a favor, join the Discord, leave a like on the video, do whatever you want. I really appreciate all the support we got on the video the other day. So yeah, I'm excited for the Crown Tundra to come out, and I hope that you guys are too. So yeah, with that, I'm going to call it. Have a nice night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.